You're a very shy
what?
person.
I knew.
Unless the ball's coming down the field.
That's right.
The noisiest bloke I've ever heard in my life. Robbo, get out of the way, I've got this one.
Thank you very much for that.
I get mine first, but not like back in the day. You used to always get the ball first, delivered to you, all the midfielders. You were swearing to me, Robbo, get out of the way, this is my forward line.
Oh, come on, mate. Oh, you're glad I left.
I am glad you left because there was more opportunity for me. But I tell you what, the other thing about AFL today, back in our day, different game. We're starting to sound old. But the boys now that are kicking all the goals, these big tall guys. All sports seems to be everyone's tall. Basketball, you've got to be tall, you've got to be tall. What happened to the short man? That's what I want to know. Do you think, here's an argument for you, do you think you need to be tall to play in an AFL forward line anymore?
No, I don't. And the reason why is...
Because you're short.
Exactly. Well, wait, come on now. I was almost 6 foot. And yeah, mate,
I got there.
If you can run like a cheetah with speed.
Well, you certainly had that. You certainly had that.
And fly like an eagle, mate.
You can't be right because all the goals being kicked are all the tall guys. Jeremy Cameron, Rewald, Lynch.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there because you know why big key forwards kick all the goals, because they're too lazy to chase. You got to chase. Huh?
That's true.
Yeah, then you lead. Then you can only crumb.
Yeah.
So you're doing all these other things. It's that hard to try and do all that and then still kick goals, but they still manage to
That's not always the case. Small guys are supposed to chase. I didn't chase.
Yeah, well, exactly. You're too busy. Oh, give me the ball.
Kick it up high.
Yeah.
Nah, you've got to say, these big, tall Adonises, they're even 6'3" playing in the midfield these days. They're not even small Liberatore types anymore. You've got to be 6'3", and I reckon if you're a junior coming through, they're not even looking at you unless you're going to be tall.
Well, I disagree
Change
with
my
you
mind.
again.
Change
well, I'm
my
telling you,
mind.
mate, I'm telling you, and the reason again is small forwards can do it all.
Yeah.
And they're the most exciting players in the game today. No one wants to go and watch a tall forward just lead up, take a mark. They want to see something.
Mate, the stats don't lie. Look at the Coleman medal. I'm going to go through the names for you. This is the top 15. You've got Charlie Curnow, Jeremy Cameron, Tom Hawkins, Aaron Norton, Max King, Tom Lynch. Then Charlie Cameron is the only small in the top 14, at least. Bailey Fritsch is the only other small in the top 15, and he's probably 6'1", 6'2". To get near the ball, as they say.
Okay, well, I hate talking about the past, but I'll tell you right now. Mark
No, you
Williams.
don't. You always talk about
Eddie
yourself.
Betts. And I'll tell you what, I can't forget that bloke that kicked 76 goals, mate, one time.
Yeah,
Yours truly, right here.
Yeah, he did too. I kicked 73 one year. 76, 73.
Beat you by 3, mate.
I kind of like the argument, but the big tall guys, as the game gets on, they don't get any shorter, mate. They're up there, their hands are there. It's an argument. You can't go against that.
Yeah, well, we could keep going
Put
on
Max
and
Gawn
on
down
and
the
on.
forward line.
But the one thing that I always
Bang.
knew, that anytime I had an argument with you, I was never going to win anyway. So no point whatsoever. You can have this one. There you go. Point for Robbo.
The first argument over coffee where someone has actually
Now
won.
get out of the 50. Will you get out of the 50?
Let me just revel in this feeling. I've never felt this before, where I'm one up going into the second argument.
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm feeling in a great mood today. It's my birthday today, Robbo.
It's your birthday.
So I'm going to allow you this opportunity to have one up on me.
Well, I'm part of the Melbourne Past Players Association, and I'm pretty in touch with some of the old guys, like the 50s and 60s guys that didn't earn as much money as probably you and I and the guys earn today. And when they retired, they got nothing. Now, you look over in America, NBA, in the NFL, they get retirement funds, millions of dollars just put in their accounts every year. I don't reckon we get looked after enough past our careers. Do you?
Sadly, I've got to disagree with you there. And the case being,
You do. Everyone disagrees.
you have the AFL, a big network.
AFL
You
do.
have your football club that you actually give your time and also your years and dedication to have sponsors,
so they ring you every day, do they?
supporters
They
that
call
are
you every
willing
day.
and wanting to help any player out there that wants.
They just
to
want your autograph
further
on a jumper.
their
That's all they want from
career,
you.
life after football. So you cannot tell me, mate, and give me that sorry excuse that they're not there to help.
I just don't think that they're active enough. I don't think they should have someone dedicated to calling every single past player that played at least one game in the AFL. How you going? Just checking in. You need a job.
Do you do that?
No.
Do you do that? Well, there you,
I called you.
There you go.
I called you to do this.
There you go.
Because I needed you.
Well, you didn't. Well, you didn't. No ID. There's no ID caller, mate.
I got the producer to call you.
Yeah. No, the whole thing is, mate, there's plenty of people out there wanting to help. Plenty of resources out there from the AFL standpoint to the clubs in there, and you've just got to open your mouth,
So you're
reach
saying,
out and say,
hang
hey,
on, you're saying,
please, can you give me a hand? Can you help
you've
me
got-
out?
what are
Because
those people that
I wanna
don't
do
ask?
something
There's-
life after football.
there's some people that don't ask. You, best of all of us, know
I was shy,
you're a
but
very
you know
shy
what?
person.
I knew.
Unless the ball's coming down the field.
That's
and
right.
The noisiest bloke I've ever heard in my life. Robbo, get out of the way, I've got this
I
one.
can tell you right now.
Mine.
Exactly. Well, that's it. If you don't say, you don't talk, you don't get.
Very true.
So,
Very true.
and I'll put this into my own little thing, mate. I'm working construction, and the opportunity that I got, life after football, was I actually went out and I rang the football club.
Yeah.
They managed to get me on the Woodside, who was a major sponsor of
Yep.
Fremantle, and
Yep.
that was my career path, life after football, construction, mate.
I love that.
So if I can do that, everyone else can do that too. So you know what I mean? There's plenty of opportunities out there if you're willing to
I
take
like
it.
your sentiment. You've got to ask. You've got to get out there. You've got to go and talk to the
So is
supporters.
that a point for me?
That's a point for you, mate. Happy birthday, brother. Lots of arguments about who's the best player in the AFL at the moment. Well, we love that talk about, Jordan versus LeBron. Who's the best? Well, who's the best right now as it stands in the AFL to your mind?
Yeah, well, the usual suspects I'm going to stay away from. At the
Really?
end of the day, there's a young bloke who is absolutely leading the charge over in WA.
Yeah.
And it's not Angus.
Who?
It's Andrew Brayshaw.
Who?
Oh,
What?
the Lamborghini.
Who?
Huh?
You
The Rolls
cannot be
Royce.
serious.
The best looking cars that
He's
you
not
ever
even the best
dreamed
player in
about
his
and
family.
wanted. I'm telling you, mate, he's even a HQ Monaro, mate, fully bombed. This man can play.
Full respect.
No, this young fella, mate, has got everything that you need and want in a leader
What about-
and a footballer.
Mate,
very, very smart.
I'm shocked.
Very intelligent.
Firstly, I'm sad.
Well,
I'm sad. Hang on, I'm sad.
Well, a bit torn, you
You
know what I mean?
chose Fremantle over Melbourne. They're going to be spewing. You live in Melbourne now.
Please forgive me. You got to choose up here, mate.
Oh,
Oi.
well, okay.
Gotta
Well,
choose
what
up
about,
here,
what about
not
this
over
one?
here.
I hear what you're saying. What about the Mustang in the middle of the ground for the Melbourne Football Club? Muscle, grunt, big, Clary, Oliver. Smashing it possession-wise. 40 possessions on average. Hard in under tackles. Kicking it well now.
He's tearing it up.
How can you
Well and
not?
truly having a great year, but maybe bring up the name Aish.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, what happened that day?
Here we
What
go.
happened that day? What was the car getting a service, was it? Huh? Was he getting a service that
Hey,
day?
mate, we ran out a bit of petrol that day. We had to call RACV.
Oh, no. Well, they well and truly, mate, chugging over for the first
You're talking
half.
about when Aish totally took out Clary and the Melbourne Football Club and Fremantle
Hey,
won. Look, they're playing well.
I don't mean that personally
Oh,
either,
no,
but,
no.
hey, I've got to give respect.
He'll take
that
it
young
personally.
man done an absolute great job because the first half, Oliver pretty much had the ball on the string.
Yeah.
He was the difference in
what
the
I'm
end,
talking
leading the
about,
charge.
mate. That's what I'm
And
talking about.
they sent Aish towards, and then obviously Brayshaw did what he had to do, and that was lead the charge
Well, maybe
to
I
get the
should.
victory.
First of all, I'm going to go and figure out who this guy is that you're talking about.
Google him. Wait, after you, Google
I
yourself.
might be a little bit Melbourne centric. All right, okay. So you're saying because Fremantle beat Melbourne, Clary didn't do well that day in the big moment. We won a premiership last year, mate, surely.
I know,
Clary
we
Oliver.
did, didn't we? eh?
Clary
we
Oliver.
did. Oi, we did. We did.
Yeah,
We were
we, the D's.
That's right.
You
But
got me
there's
there.
also a chance. There's Fremantle will
They
and
are a
truly
chance this
having
year, but
a
they
great
haven't
year.
got- they
Form
haven't-
team so far.
They
and
haven't
they've
got
got
it
the
yet.
wood on Melbourne at this
What
stage.
about this though? 3 best and fairest already. What is he? 24, Clary? 3 best and fairest already. Premiership player. Probably should have been a Norm Smith winner.
Oh, should have won a Brownlow too. So
Should have won a
give you
Brownlow
that.
too.
I will give you that.
You're gonna, hey,
But
I'm taking it. I think I've won this one. I think I have.
oi,
Hey,
call it even. How about that?
actually,
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that. To go even with the great wizard Jeffrey Palmer, that's a win for me. We'll call it a draw.
Take it easy, bro.
Love it.
I win again.